Rampant rumors and speculative theories about the multiverse have been making their way across the internet ever since the season 1 finale of Loki officially opened the multiverse to the mainline MCU. While many fans have been discussing the possibility of the multiverse as far back as Doctor Strange or even before, it is finally confirmed that Marvel is officially setting up the next overarching plotline, and it will center around the multiverse breaking open. From rumors about previous iterations of Spider-Man making their appearances in No Way Home, to the Fantastic Four making their debut via the multiverse, theories about these alternate universes have been plentiful, but many fans have been specifically asking about Fox's X-Men franchise potentially joining into the fold. With the recent acquisition of Fox Studios by Disney, the House of Mouse officially owns the rights to not only the X-Men, but the established iterations that we have seen on screen for the past 2 decades. While an X-Men reboot has been rumored since the merger, is there any evidence to suggest that the previously established X-Men characters might make an appearance in the MCU via the use of the multiverse? Well, stick with us, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse, as we explore just that. Specifically, we will be exploring a rumor that none other than Wanda Maximoff's Scarlet Witch will be battling a character from the Fox X-Men franchise in a display that has been rumored to rival that of Doctor Strange vs. Thanos on Titan in Infinity War. The report comes from Daniel Richmond, a Marvel insider with a relatively firm reputation, who explicitly states just this, that Wanda will come to blows with a Fox character in one of the greatest on-screen battles in the MCU to date. So who exactly would Wanda be battling in this encounter? Before we delve into it, we will be keeping a quote from Stan Lee in mind as we explore these potential candidates. Stan Lee has often been asked about who would win in a fight between any 2 characters by numerous fans, and his answer is always that it depends on the writer. Any character can best any other, so long as they have a backing of the writer. So for this, we will be exploring the X-Men with the strongest raw power and the best shot to face the Scarlet Witch head on and make the fight a compelling one. This video is not meant to debate who would win, but who would stand the best chance at giving Wanda Maximoff an engaging, entertaining fight that pushes her to her limits, no matter who wins. With that out of the way, let's explore a few possibilities. First, let's explore a character that has been widely rumored to be the first Fox mutant to make the jump to the MCU, Professor Charles Xavier himself. Rumors of Professor X's involvement in the MCU come from rumors offered by the Twitter user known as ViewerAnon, who in the past has provided insight into projects such as Grand Theft Auto 6 and The Matrix 4 before making his jump to the MCU. He proposes that an MCU Illuminati lineup is in the works and that it includes Professor X. Additionally, there are claims that it may in fact be the same iteration as that of the Fox projects, played most likely by James McAvoy. If this is the case, then the battle would most likely be telepathically waged, seeing as Professor X is one of the strongest telepaths on the planet, yet offers little in the way of physical combat. Wanda has been shown to possess various telepathic and telekinetic abilities, and seeing the minds of these 2 incredibly dangerous individuals come to clash could be captivating, especially if it takes the form of a physical fight which is representative of their subconsciouses. As far as a physical powerhouse that could rival the abilities of the Scarlet Witch, candidates are far more sparse. One of the fan favorite picks is Jean Grey, whose powers closely resemble that of Wanda's, and her sheer magnitude of incredible power could rival even that of the great Scarlet Witch. Seeing these 2 characters come to blows could be an incredible spectacle to behold, as well as an incredibly dangerous encounter that could ravage the landscape around them. The prospect of 2 of the most powerful combatants of their respective universes coming to blows in an epic crossover event is enough to make any diehard Marvel fan ecstatic. This idea truly would be a monumental endeavor that could rival some of the most intense one-on-one battles to date in the MCU. Another candidate could potentially be Magneto, who may not have the same telepathic abilities as Wanda, but his Omega-level abilities, combined with his experience, could make him into a fierce combatant who is able to stand his ground against the mighty Scarlet Witch. In the comics, Magneto is actually the father of Wanda Maximoff, and while we are as of yet unsure how the MCU will handle this backstory, if they somehow chose to incorporate this aspect of her past into her MCU storyline, this could also lend emotional weight and complexity to this fight. Though we don't as of yet know how this could be handled, it could theoretically make for an endearing, heartfelt conflict. While on the topic of incredibly powerful Omega level mutants, it is important to mention Aurora Monroe, otherwise known as Storm. Storm is not only an incredibly powerful mutant who often takes on a leadership position among the X-Men, but she also has the physical capability to stand her ground against a newly awakened Scarlet Witch, if she is able to tap into the fullest extent of her powers. Though we do not know as of yet how powerful the fully formed Scarlet Witch is, Storm is one of the most powerful mutants that the X-Men have to offer, and is perhaps one of the mutants who stands the best chance at incapacitating or overpowering Wanda Maximoff, though this remains to be seen should Storm and Wanda ever come to blows. Other fan favorite candidates include that of Wolverine, whose immense healing factor could allow him to put up a consistent fight, or Psylocke, whose energy manipulation abilities might allow her to hold her ground against Wanda Maximoff for a period of time. But this all remains to be seen in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But what are your thoughts on this, and what are your thoughts on this report? Personally, I think it's brilliant that Marvel is able to introduce the Fox X-Men characters in this manner, and have Doctor Strange and Wanda Maximoff actually interact with them, as well as gives them the opportunity to reboot the X-Men in their own way, shape, and form later down the line. In a sense, we absolutely get the best of both worlds here. With the multiverse, these stories such as the Fox X-Men and the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies can still be within our canon at other places throughout the multiverse, while again still giving the MCU an opportunity to reboot these characters and keep the story of the previous characters in line and in continuity. I also love the idea of these universes and multiverses clashing together, and the most powerful of the Marvel universe that we know in the MCU, that being Scarlet Witch, coming into conflict with one of the most powerful characters from the Fox X-Men universe, who in my opinion have produced some of the most powerful on-screen characters that we have in the Marvel universe, any Marvel universe for that matter. And if any character is going to fight Scarlet Witch, I want them to be from the Fox X-Men universe. But anyway, my friends, what do you think of this theory? Would you like to see Wanda come to blows with the character from the Fox X-Men franchise? And if so, who do you think would put up the best fight? Is there anyone that we missed that you think could hold their ground against the newly awakened Scarlet Witch? As always, my friends, we appreciate you guys watching the channel. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.